If there's any restriction in the hips, you can sit on a block. You don't need to sit with your legs crossed either. You can have them out in front of you if you like, or you may even want to come into hero pose. We've been doing a lot of that in the PTT I've been doing with Sally Parks. Seems to be a favourite of hers. Just to go easy on your knees, make sure you are sitting on a block when you're in hero. Lifting up nice and tall through the spine. Close your eyes. And bring your awareness to your breath. Just giving yourself time to settle. Lengthening on both the inhale and the exhale. As your breath slows, just allow your heart rate to slow. And gently open your eyes. We're going to take our legs out stretched to start with. So coming to Dandasana, having toes pointing up to the ceiling in your dorsiflexion. Hands either side of your hips. And then just point and flex those toes. Start to stretch through the fascia in the front and backs of your legs. And then take circles one way with your ankles, and then the other way. And then become still. We're going to lift up the back of the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, and sit up nice and tall in cobblers. And if it feels good, gently bounce the knees. Just nice and slowly here, getting some movement into the hips. And then either keeping your feet in a diamond shape or crossing your legs, you're going to take some Sufi circles, just rotations in the upper body. And then change direction. And then come to stillness. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. As we exhale, we're going to twist to the right, but bring our arms to cactus rather than all the way down. And then inhale, arms together. Exhale the other way, bringing arms to cactus. Slightly more intense than what we normally do. Inhale, palms together. We either take that twice more on each side. So exhale to the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach. One more time. And then exhale, hands through heart center. Bring them back to your knees. I'm just going to cross the legs the other way. Find comfort. Get those sit bones on the ground. And then coming into a side stretch. So right arm reaches up and over. We're going to hold here. With each exhale, just going a little deeper, not pushing too hard, just relaxing further into the stretch. And then swapping those arms over, coming to side stretch the other way. And then returning that spine to vertical. Bringing your hands back to your knees. We're going to take a seated cat-cow. So inhale, chest proud, chin up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine. And then continue. Inhale to cow pose. And exhale to cat pose. In time with your own breath. And then bring the spine to vertical. We're going to take right hand to left knee, left hand to the base of your spine. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, twist, looking over your left shoulder. Nice deep breaths here. And then returning your gaze, bringing hands to knees, and then taking just gentle soupy circles again. And then changing direction. See if you can give a little bit of a cat-cow to your spine as you rotate. So cowing as you come forward, catting as you go back. And then lifting nice and tall. Left hand to right knee, right hand to the base of the spine. Inhale, straighten up, exhale, take your twist. And return eye gaze to the front. Return your spine to vertical. We're going to come over our knees into a wide leg child's pose. So bringing your big toes together, sending your hips back, and then just walking your fingertips down towards the ground, towards the top of your mat, and allowing your hips to lower down towards your heels. Just relaxing and breathing here. And then drawing the body into a tabletop position, we're going to take a lateral swing of the hips. Now, a lovely analogy I heard today was, it took me ages to get the kind of the hang of doing a figure of 8 with the hips and getting the spine involved and that lovely curve in the body. And one of the things Sally said today was it's a bit like when you're doing the salsa. So you've got this movement in your hips where you're kind of swinging left to right. And once you get that, then your spine starts to move and your shoulders start to move. So if you just try that, you can start just with the pendulum and then kind of give those hips a bit of a sexy jiggle. And that movement feels really good. And then come to neutral. We're going to step our right foot to the outside of our right hand and just drop into a lunge here. And then inhale, left arm opens up to the sky. And exhale down. We're going to take that twice more. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. As we lift, we're opening the hips, lifting that left arm. Exhale, lower. And then step knees together, feet together. Come back to a child's pose with your knees together this time. Feel that lovely stretch in the back of the body. And then just walk the right fingertips further to the top of your mat. So you're stretching up your right hand side. And then return them in line with the left fingers. Walk the left fingers up to the top of the mat. And then return them back in line. We're going to take our body weight into our hands, this time stepping the left foot to the outside of the hands, dropping those hips. And inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Stepping knees and feet together, coming back into child's pose. And then come up onto your fingertips. Walk your hands over to the right hand side. You can place your palm down, place left hand on top of right. And then walk those hands back through center, over to the left. This time right hand on top of left. And walk hands back to center. And then we're going to walk our hands in towards our bodies. Tuck the toes under and slowly roll up to standing at the back of the mat. Finding your mountain pose. Don't know if you guys can see me very well, so I'm just going to step forward here. So we're standing at the backs of our mats. And then taking an inhale, we're going to take our arms up and over, palms together. And exhale, hands down through heart center. And one more time, inhale, arms up and over. Exhale through Namaskar. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, hands through heart center. This time, tuck your chin in and follow your hands down. Soften the knees, roll back down to your forward fold. And just hang in your fold here. Either with hands reaching to the floor, or if you prefer, taking hold of opposite elbows. Just allowing the back of the body to stretch out. And then bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands on the floor. We're going to walk our hands forward to come into a down dog. So find that comfortable stance. Lift the tailbone into the sky. Stretch out your body. belly pulled in, fingers spread wide. And then pedal out the legs, bending one leg and the other. And take little steps, walking feet up towards your hands, the hand in a forward fold, this time at the top of your mat. And you may want to take ragdoll, or you can interlace your fingers behind your back, pulling your knuckles overhead. Adding a nice deep shoulder stretch here. Again, option to bend the knees if it's more comfortable. Nice deep breath. And then gently release those arms. Soften the knees, rolling slowly up to your mountain. Shoulders and chin come up last. Palms to the front of the room, finding Samasthiti, Tadasana. So just spread those toes out. Create grip and connection with the floor. And if you find that your feet are rolled in slightly, just press the outside edges down onto the ground. At the same time, pressing all of your toes to the ground. And notice how that lifts the arches of the feet. And then soften your knees, strengthen your legs. We're going to lift the pelvic floor, draw in the belly. Shoulders down and back. And inhale, arms overhead, palms together. We're going to side stretch to the right as we exhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to the left. Inhale, straighten. And take a forward fold. As you inhale, bring hands to shins, come to flat back. Exhale, soft knees, hands to ground. Step your right leg back to lunge. Option to keep that knee up for a change or drop it down. And then inhale, open chest and palms to the sky. Exhale, hands to ground. We're going to inhale, reach palms together, Anjali Asana. As you exhale, bring your hands down in front of you, but stop halfway, so your fingers are pointing to the front of the room. We're going to inhale, sliding that right arm back, twisting our body, like we're pulling the bow of a bow and arrow, and exhale, straighten back out. And then take the left arm, inhale, pull that left arm back, and exhale, hands together. Right arm again, inhale, pull back, exhale, hands together, and then drop hands to either side of your front foot. We're going to inhale, left arm up to the sky, and exhale, lower, twice more. Inhale, left arm, exhale, lower, so twisting into the knee. Final time, inhale, left, exhale, lower, and then step either to plank or half plank, taking an inhale. As you exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, and lift to down dog. Holding here, 3 nice deep breaths. And then option to take a deep bend in the knees and just lunge the right leg between the feet, between the hands even, or drop your knees to the mat. Step that right foot between the hands. Step left foot to forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together. And exhale, release, resetting in your mountain pose. Take water anytime you need. Feeling particularly warm this evening. So we've got connection with the feet, soft knees, strong legs, strong core. Settled breath. And then inhale, arms overhead. Side stretch to the left as you exhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to the right. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold. And now either hands to shins or keep your hands on the floor and just straighten up your spine as you inhale to flat back. Exhale, soft knees. Step your left leg back to lunge. You can stay high or drop the back knee. Inhale, palms and chest to the sky. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, palms together, reach to Anjali Asana. Exhale, bring those fingertips forward. As you inhale, draw your left arm back. Exhale, fingers together. It's also a bit like Usain Bolt, isn't it? Inhale, right arm back. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, left arm back. Exhale, hands together. Drop hands to either side of your front foot. We're going to inhale, right arm up to the sky. And exhale, lower. Now, if your back knee is lifted, you can reach that right arm a little further, opening the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. And then step to plank or half plank. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, knees, chest, chin, or lower in plank. And then inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog and hold. If your down dog gets too much at any point, feel free just to come to a tabletop position or even to a child's pose. And the option to drop to your knees and step your left foot between your hands, or eye gaze to hands, and lunge that left foot first. Then right foot to forward fold. And inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release those hands. So just take the hands behind the back, interlace your fingers, draw your knuckles down and open up the chest. Just give your heart a bit of an opener here. And then gently release. Take a swing. Katicakasana. Feeling warm. Lovely. And then we're going to come into Garudasana, eagle pose. I know some of you are going, oh no. But I'm going to do it with a modification today. So you can do your full eagle if you want. My knees, they're not very happy at the moment. I'm not sure why, so I'm just going to respect that. So we'll start off with toes and heels together. Actually, let me turn sideways so you can see. Toes and heels together. And then sit yourself nice and low, as if you're coming to chair pose. We're going to take our right arm over our left arm and cross. So the arms cross and then the palms come together. If this is too much, backs of the hands together. You can also just bring your hands onto opposite shoulders, which is a lovely modification, especially if you're well endowed. Can't say I have that problem, but sitting nice and low here. And then if you want to, you can stay with your Utkatasana legs, just stay as they are. Otherwise, take right leg, cross it over left, and your option is to keep your toes touching the ground or to hook the foot behind that standing leg. But if it's in any way uncomfortable on your knee, don't force it. Just keep the legs crossed. We're going to lift our elbows up, draw our wrists away from our face, and sink our hips nice and low. And you can do this with your breath if you like. Inhale, elbows up, hands away. Exhale, sink. And then gradually take those arms forward. We're going to stretch the back of the body by bringing the fingertips down towards the ground. Oh, it's a gorgeous stretch. And then gently release, coming back to mountain. Take a little shake. Well done, everybody. That one's quite intense. Okay, and then we'll reset for the other side. So toes and heels together, sinking down nice and low. Excellent. Find that nice positioning, that nice chair pose positioning. And this time we're taking left arm over right. Your options to twist completely with palms together, with the backs of the hands together, or hands on shoulders, whatever works for your body. And this time left leg crosses over right leg. Again, option toes down or up, and option to hook the toe only if it works for your body. And then inhale, elbows up, wrists away. Exhale, sink. Inhale, elbows up, wrists away. Exhale, sink. One more time, keeping a lovely straight, neutral spine here. And now we round the spine. So as we draw the fingers forward and down, feel that gorgeous stretch all through the back of the body. And then gently release, making your way back to mountain. Take a little shake out if you need. Wonderful. We're going to come into Malasana squat. So if you've got a block handy and you have any trouble with your Malasana squat, or if your hips don't want to go all the way down, you can just place the block behind you here, whichever way works for you. And we're going to take our feet mat width apart. So they're slightly out at an angle. Bringing hands to Namaskar and keeping a straight spine. Just send the bum backwards as you slowly lower into your squat. And then option to sit on a block here. Or if your hips will comfortably come all the way down, allow them to drop and use your elbows to press your knees out. If you don't have a block and your hips won't come down, you can always just rest your elbows on your knees. Nice and high here. We're going to take a little twist. So left hand to ground, right arm reaches up to the corner of the room. Eye gaze to those top fingertips. Your option is to stay here or take your bind if it's in your practice. Lowering that right arm down and holding onto your left hand. Eye gaze comes back up and over the right shoulder. One more breath. And then return to Malasana. Drop out of Malasana anytime you need to, by the way. Can get a bit much on the hips. So we're taking the right hand down to the floor. Left arm reaches up and away. And then option to take your bind, wrapping left arm around, eye gaze up over the left shoulder. And then release back into Malasana. And then bring your hands behind you. Just drop onto your bums and have your knees bent up to the sky. We're going to have fingertips coming forward. So your body is at your knees, hips, shoulders are in the shape of a V. And then just take a little cat-cow here. So inhale, draw the chest to the sky, lift your chin. Exhale, tuck your tailbone around the back of the body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Option to stay in this cat-cow or lift up those hips into reverse tabletop. And just hold here, stretching out the shoulders. We're keeping those glutes squeezed to keep the hips lifted up to the sky. And then as you lower yourself down, bring your hips back between your hands, dropping your bum to the floor and finding yourself in Dandasana. Toes up to the sky, nice straight body. We're going to bring our right knee up to the ceiling and then open it out to the side, coming into single leg fold. So squaring those shoulders over the left leg. And then inhale, fingertips to sky, and exhale into your fold. Nice deep breaths here. We're going to be here for one more breath. And then slowly roll up. Bring this knee up to the ceiling again, and then return to Dandasana. Just take a reset, straighten everything out. And then left knee up to sky. Open that knee out to the side. Square the shoulders over your right foot. And inhale, arms to sky. Exhale into your fold. And then drawing the body back up. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace fingers, place them underneath your feet. And then just gently press your knees down to the ground as you straighten up your spine. And if there's any curvature in the shoulders, just draw the shoulder blades back and together. So you're making yourself as tall as you possibly could be. Nice deep breaths. And then crossing the legs. We're going to come over our knees into a tabletop position. And just take a nice gentle cat-cow here. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Just working very gently after your folds. And come to stillness. Send those hips backwards. Reach fingertips forward into child's pose. We're going to draw our body up into a tabletop, but keeping the hands where they are. And then bend into the elbows, scoop the chest, and then round the spine as you come back to child's pose. So as you inhale, you're scooping the chest through, taking a little back bend. As you exhale, rounding the spine, coming into a cat pose as you come to child's pose. So inhale, cow scoop. Exhale, cat to child's pose. And then just continue this in time with your breath. It can get quite intense on the arms. So if you need to, you can place your forearms on the floor as you come through. And that might help just take away some of the intensity. We're going to do one more. Beautiful. And just come to child's pose when you've done. And then draw the body weight into the hands. We're going to step our right foot between our hands into a lunge position. If it's too much to have the hands here, you can have them on the inside of the leg as well. And then take a nice deep breath in. We're going to exhale, send the hips back, flex the foot into a hamstring stretch. And then inhale, rock forward into lunge. Exhale, hamstring. Inhale, forward. Exhale, hamstring back. Inhale, forward. And then take knees and feet together, sit back into your child's pose. Just rest your forehead on the floor and sweep your arms behind you, fingertips to heels. We're going to lift our hips up to the sky into rabbit pose. Just a lovely stretch through the back of the body. Not too much weight to the crown of your head here. And pull in your belly and lift your pelvic floor. Keep yourself engaged. We're going to gently lower the hips, sweep the arms forward, and then bring your body weight forward. Step your left foot either to the outside of your left hand or between your hands, whatever's most comfortable. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, send the hips back, hamstring stretch. Inhale to lunge. So just some lovely movement. So if you've got any stiffness from having a long day, it can sometimes be nicer to flow and to move rather than to hold poses statically. Let's take one more here. And then step this left leg back, this time coming into a tabletop position. We're going to inhale, right arm and left leg extends. So they're parallel to the floor. And just check that your spine is still in that straight position. Your belly is engaged. You can stay here or take the arm and leg out to 45 degrees. So reaching for the corners of the rooms. And just keeping your back leg flexed, pushing away through the heel. And then return. And lower your hand and your leg. Reaching left arm, right leg out. We're going to hold here. Checking that we're nice and sturdy. Even weight distribution between your hand and your leg. And then opening that arm and leg out to 45 degrees, holding here. If it's too much, you can just take it back to a straight line. Next in a neutral position. And then returning arm and leg to a straight line, returning yourself to a tabletop position, and then sitting your hips back on your heels, coming into child's pose. And just take a restful child's pose here. Just relax through the body, relaxing the elbows down to the mat. Feel that lovely expansion in the rib cage as you breathe fully into your lungs. And then draw your body weight into your hands. We're going to tuck our toes under, come to a plank position. Your option is to drop your knees and then lower down onto your belly. Or if you'd like a bit of a challenge, lower yourself through chaturanga, just pausing here in a hover, and then allowing your body to come all the way down. We're going to take Dhanurasana, our bow pose. So you have the option to do one leg and then the other, or to come straight into both legs if it's in your practice. So we're going to bend our knees, flex our feet, and then take hold of the ankles. Just ensure that your feet are flexed. And then draw your feet to the back of the room. So that action of drawing your feet to the back of the room is what lifts your chest. And then once your chest is lifted, you can lift the feet up to the ceiling. So we're lifting as much of our body off the floor as possible. Nice deep breaths. Make sure you're still breathing. And then gently lower. Just take a little breather here. If you've done one leg, we're shortly going to do the other. Just really relaxing into the back of the body. And then again. So taking hold of the other leg if you just did the one, otherwise flexing both feet. If you have a block and you really want to challenge yourself, you can place a block between your knees because we naturally, our knees splay as we go up and we want to try and avoid that. So taking that block, taking hold of the ankles, yes, come straight away there. And then lifting up when you're ready by pulling the feet to the back of the room and then creating your lift. And then gently release. Just coming down to the ground. If you rested on one cheek last time, just turn your neck to rest on the other. Breathing into the back of your body. And then we're going to take our hands either side of our rib cage. Just push up into a tabletop position. And then step your legs through to come to cross-legged. Option to sit with your legs in a diamond shape or outstretched if this is uncomfortable. And we're just going to take another gentle twist here. So bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up to the sky. This time we're going to do our usual twist. Bring hands all the way down to the floor. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then take those knees, bring them up to the sky. If you would like to grab something warm for your relaxation, go ahead and do that now. We'll do a couple of things on our back before we go into relaxation. So when you're ready, just roll yourself down onto your back. You might want to bring your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze. Lift and lower the tailbone. Gently rock side to side. And then place your feet on the floor and let your knees open to the side so the soles of your feet come together in reclining goddess. Taking arms overhead and holding onto opposite elbows. Just close your eyes. Just surrender to the universe. Surrender to gravity. Surrender to your breath. Just take your right knee over to meet your left knee, keeping your upper body where it is, creating a nice gentle twist through the right side. And then opening back out to goddess. This time, left knee moves over to the right. And then opening both knees out. We're going to take our hands and guide our knees up to the sky. And then just bring them once again in towards your chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze. And then make your way into Shavasana or any comfortable position that works for you for your relaxation today. Just ensure that you're warm, that you're comfortable, and that your body is able to relax. Closing your eyes. Allow your breath to slow down. Allow your heart rate to slow down. Allow yourself to think of nothing, which for some of us is easier said than done. So if you think of something, just observe your thoughts. Introduce them into your meditation, make them a part of your relaxation. As you watch Observe as if you're a third party. Feeling that you have no involvement, no emotional involvement in these thoughts. They come and go, like flicking through a book or watching a movie. Just let them be. Let them pass. And watch as new thoughts take their place. And know that regardless of what thoughts come through your mind, you are essentially good. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You radiate positivity. And know that you are loved. And appreciate that you are worthy of being loved. And that you have so much love to give. It doesn't always feel like it's there, but it is always there. Allow your thoughts to soften. Allow any of those mental visions to become blurry and fade away. And with your eyes still closed, just take your gaze to the middle distance, to the abyss. Focus your attention on your breath. Calming, steady, the gentle rhythm of each inhale and each exhale. And bring your awareness back to your physical self, lying heavy on your mat. Begin to wake your body up, stretching out your fingers and your toes. Give them a little wiggle if it feels all right. And then allowing that movement to become bigger. Any pace that works for you. You can work slowly through wrists, elbows, ankles, knees, or you can just take a Great big stretch straight away if that's what your body wants to do. Maybe bringing knees into chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Showing yourself some of that love that radiates from the center of you. And when you're ready, making your way back to seated. Sitting up tall. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And sigh out your mouth. And gently open your eyes. Namaste, beautiful humans. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you all had a lovely practice, and I will see you again soon.
Thank you. That was lovely.